welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I'm going to be making a fairy flower with just a little twist. I'm going to do something a little different. So I mixed up my Art Pro. I mixed up 150 mils. I'm going to use my smaller mold today, just because I don't want to waste waste resin on something that I'm just trying out and it might not work. So I have my opaque white right here. I'm going to put that in the piping bag while I'm talking right now. That way I can just have it ready to go for when I'm done. Ugh. I'm so glad I have all next week off. I'm a teacher and it's fall break, and I'm gonna be able to take naps and do all the things that I would like to do. I'm so excited. All right, so I'm gonna do shades of pink and purple for this one. So for my 3 colors, I first have quinacridone magenta, and it's transparent. It's not super dark either. I didn't want to make it really heavy. And then I have deep violet right here. And then finally, I have my new favorite color, dioxazine purple. So I don't know, these might all just blend and become one giant blob of purple, but I don't know, I've been wanting to try like a solid single color scheme to see what would happen. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so in here I have very pale white. It only has 1 drop of white in it. And I did add a little bit, and I don't know if you can see it or not. I added a little bit of the Rainbow Marabou alcoholic ink, which has like tiny little glitter that doesn't sink or anything. It doesn't really affect it in any way. And I'm thinking I may put this little black spider in the middle. I don't know. Either I'm gonna put him in here or I'm gonna put this one in here. I really like this. I think it's really pretty. I am gonna wait a lot longer before putting my center in though, because if you put your center in when it's not all the way closed, what happens is it ends up interfering with your flower closing, and then you end up with a blob in the middle. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. All right, I'm going to start off by pouring my pink in here. It's been a minute since I've done a regular sized fairy flower, so hopefully my recipe will work. I've been doing it in the giant mold, the big cascade mold, and that uses about double what goes in here. All right, now I'm going to do the violet. And these are gonna be layered on top, and hopefully it's gonna go from lighter to dark. And I have a feeling, my gut is telling me that the crimson, the magenta and the violet are going to meld into one giant thing. Okay, finally I'm gonna have my purple, my dioxazine purple, which is kind of like a blue purple. So that might have a chance of standing on its own, I don't know. I was gonna do like a green, orange and purple flower, and then I just kept thinking about all the different ways that could blend into mud. So I decided to not chance it, at least not today, and to try for this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and torch really fast. I added some juice to my torch, so it's actually working now. It was very, very low flame earlier. And the bubbles are gonna continue to come up. Obviously, I'm gonna hit that with a torch a few times. All right. Listen for crinkle sounds, or plug your ears for the crinkle sounds, because I'm gonna wrap my bag up. If I remember, I'll put the link to the bags in the description. Otherwise, I will, if you ask me and remind me and you want to know what they are, then I will absolutely add it in or respond, or both. Okay, I got resin on my scissors, which is annoying. All right, so I'm gonna cut this pretty small because then I get to decide how big my jobs are. And I made way too much white, but I have something else I'm going to use it for. So, all right, here we go. Going to do the dots. I haven't done a plain round mold for this in a while. I've been doing the cascade, as I said before, or I have done square, but not necessarily for this technique, but I was doing a modified dragon flower or a special dragon created by Petra. So you should definitely check her out. Her last name starts with a G. You probably would run into her if you searched YouTube for resin and Petra, if I think about it. I'll try to remember to put a link. If not, shoot me a message and I will, or a comment, and I will definitely point you in the right direction. I often talk about things when I'm recording, and then I go to do my editing and uploading, and I completely forgot what I said I was going to upload or write down or whatever. So please, if I ever miss something, just give me a comment and I will be happy to provide you with the information. All right. If you haven't fast forwarded already, we're welcome to fast forward while I do this. I know it's going to take a minute. I'm hoping I didn't make my colors too dark or dark enough, or I don't know. You get so into the zone when you're doing other molds or other techniques. I don't know about you, but I come back and I'm like, how did I do that now? And even though I write it down, it's a little memory, muscle memory thing I got to work through until I remember how to do it. So I have a bunch of different things that I want to try when I'm on my break. So hopefully we'll get some different things in new videos. I'm sure, you guys see a lot of the same thing, and I get on a little bit of a kick, but it's nice to do things that you're doing right and that you're doing well, and then it makes you want to do it more. And that's kind of how I've felt with the modified / special dragon flowers, and occasionally a fairy flower I've done well on, and other things. So I like to do things that I know are going to be a win. Then I also like to experiment with new things. I'm not going to lie though, a lot of stuff that I experiment with does not see the light of day. Depends on how it works. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so sometimes I'm just working on it, trying to perfect it, so it's just not ready yet. Other times I hate the effect and I scrap it, and maybe someday I'll come back to it, or I'll just be like, yeah, not for me, and then you don't see the video for that either. And I'm not intentionally hiding things from you. I want to put forward my best work, but I do make mistakes and I do have failures just like everybody else. One of these days I'll share a failure with you guys. I'll share a big one. All right, I'm just going through and adding my extra dots here. It sounded like something fell behind me right now. Don't know what that was. Anyway, I could add dots until the cows come home. I'm just going to add maybe one little more row out here. Not doing every one, but doing every few. Maybe. There we go. Almost done. This mold is a lot smaller, so I can't put as many dots in it without turning it completely white. All right, couple more little randoms. And I'm almost done. One more here. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to put in. I think that's enough, don't you? All right. So right here, I am going to pour my white in here. And then I'm going to let it move. I'm not going to put on a time lapse though, because I have other things I need to use my phone for. But I'm going to let this move in, and then in about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, I will come back and check and see if it's time for me to put the center in. Because I want to make sure that this has closed up as much as it's going to close up before I do that, so that it doesn't leave a big white blob. So what do you think? Do you think spider or you think flower? I think I'm kind of leaning flower, and then maybe doing the spider with some green, like doing the fluorescent, the lime green or shades of green with the spider, I think, because this looks really pink, and I don't know, to me, pink and spiders aren't necessarily good bedfellows. But yeah, I'll think about it. I'll see what it looks like in about 30 minutes. But anyway, I will see you in a flash for you and about 24 hours for me. I'll see you when it's time to unmold. Bye. Okay, it's time to unmold. Yay! I'm super excited about this. I wonder if it worked out or if it's just going to be all the same shade of pink. I don't know. What do you think? I think at least this looks really good on this side. So, all right, here we go. Oh, and last night I waited like 40 minutes before I sucked the center out a little bit and then added the charm. So, oh, it's still a little soft, but it's not like squishy. All right, are we ready? 1, 2. Oh, wow. I love it. Oh my gosh, you may not be able to see. Do you see those little sparkles in there? That's from the Marabou Rainbow ink. I think this came out amazing. This is actually one of my best pieces. And I don't mind at all that the dark is in the center and that there's a little bit of purple in the middle of the flower. I think that really adds to it. And my flower is centered and everything is even. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I love this. I love this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for joining me on this journey, and I will see you when it's time to unmold something and make something next. Bye.